Today we're taking a look at the Los Angeles Clippers vs Philadelphia 76ers match, which is happening on Friday, April 16, 2021, and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. This will be the second and final matchup between these teams this season, as the Clippers won 122-112 back on March 27th. The Clippers are third in the Western Conference with a 39-18 record. They are on a 7-game winning streak after defeating the Detroit Pistons on the road on Wednesday 100-98. The 76ers are first in the Eastern Conference with a 38-17 record. They are on a 3-game winning streak after defeating the Brooklyn Nets 123-117 on Wednesday. The LA Clippers are on the road as they travel to face the Philadelphia 76ers Friday night. LA comes in off a 100-98 road win over the Pistons Wednesday night in their most recent contest. Philadelphia took down a shorthanded Brooklyn team 123-117 at home Wednesday night in their last game. In the all-time regular season series, the 76ers own a 73-60 advantage between the teams, but the Clippers have taken the last two meetings. That includes a 122-112 home win in the first matchup this season on March 27th. So here's my first betting suggestion for that game. LA has seen Leonard miss the last 3 games with a sore foot, and there is no telling if he'll suit up here. This marks the Clippers' third game in 4 nights as they bounced from Indiana to Detroit to Philadelphia, and that will take a toll. Resting George and Morris Sr. Wednesday night was helpful, but the fact remains that the Clippers struggled to beat the worst team in the East in that contest. Philadelphia has been very good at home this season, and their biggest question mark is the status of Howard, who isn't a major contributor at this stage of his career. The Clippers beat the Sixers a couple of weeks ago at home by the score of 122-112. The Clippers were fully loaded in that game while the Sixers were without Embiid. This time around, the Sixers are home and are fully loaded while the Clippers are a little banged up. The big question mark is the status of Kawhi Leonard. It's not a serious injury he's dealing with, but if he misses this game, it's obviously a big advantage for Philly. But even if he does play, I like the Sixers to cover. The game between these teams a few weeks ago means very little since Philadelphia is a completely different team without Embiid. However, these teams did play twice in the month before the pandemic break last spring, and they were both at relative full strength in one of them. That game feels like our best read on this one, assuming we actually get a full strength matchup. Philadelphia won 110-103, dominating the glass and getting to the line frequently. Embiid was a force, getting to the line 13 times himself, while George had a really rough outing, shooting 3 of 15 from the field. LA's bench had a strong effort, but the Sixers' massive edge in rebounding and free throws was too much to overcome. That's Embiid in a nutshell, and he is a huge advantage in this one LA has no real counter to. Embiid should rack up rebounds and spend a lot of time at the line. He and Philadelphia should be able to score inside the arc against a beatable Clippers interior. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Philadelphia 76ers -3. Small forward Kawhi Leonard has been the leading scorer for the Los Angeles Clippers this season. He is averaging 26 points, 6.6 rebounds, 5 assists, 0.4 blocks, and 1.7 steals in 34.6 minutes of action. He has had a great shooting stroke as he is 51.5% from the floor, 39.5% from beyond the arc, and 87.8% from the free throw line. In his last game against the Rockets, Leonard, he sat out on Tuesday with right foot soreness, so it will be interesting to see if he can play here. For the year, the Clippers are 5th in the league in scoring offense with an average of 115 points per game. LA is 15th in rebounding with 44.2 boards a night, while they stand 18th in assists by handing out 24.3 per game. The Clippers are 6th in the league in scoring defense as they give up an average of 108.2 points a night. Paul George is second on the team with 23.3 points, 6.2 rebounds and 5.5 assists a night. Kawhi Leonard kicks in a team-leading 26 points, 6.6 rebounds and 5 assists a game, while Serge Ibaka adds 10.9 points plus 6.7 boards a contest. Ivica Zubac, Rajon Rondo, Nicholas Batum, 8.6 points, 4.9 rebounds, Luke Kennard, Patrick Beverley, Reggie Jackson, 10.3 points, and Marcus Morris Sr., 13.1 points are key players in the rotation. LA is fourth in field goal percentage as they shoot 48.5% from the floor as a team. The Clippers are fifth by knocking down 14.3 three-pointers a night, while they are first in the league by drilling a sizzling 41.8% of their long-range attempts. Beverley is expected to be evaluated in late April or early May, while Ibaka won't play during this three-game road swing. The Los Angeles Clippers have been a superb defense to begin the year, as they are the sixth-ranked team by giving up 108.2 points per game. In their last game against the Detroit Pistons, they gave up 98 points on 37 of 85, 43.5% from the field, 7 of 24, 29.2% from beyond the arc, and 22 opportunities at the free throw line. If the Clippers can figure out how to defend the three-point line, they will be in a better spot here. Philadelphia 76ers power forward Tobias Harris has been doing well this season, especially with Joel Embiid missing some time due to injury as of late. He is averaging 20.5 points, 7.2 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 0.9 blocks, and 0.9 steals in 33.3 minutes per game. He has improved his shooting as he has a 52.1% from the floor, 40.7% from beyond the arc, and 88.6% from the charity stripe. In his last game against the Nets, he played 34 minutes and finished with 26 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. He should continue to improve, and if he does, the 76ers have a chance to be a contender for the NBA championship. For the year, Philadelphia is 10th in the league in scoring offense as they put up 113.9 points per contest this season. The 76ers are 6th in rebounding by pulling down 45.7 boards per game, while they stand 24th in assists by dishing out 23.2 dimes a night. Philadelphia is above average on the defensive end of the floor as they are 7th in the league by allowing 108.5 points per game. Joel Embiid leads the team with 29.8 points and 11 rebounds per game this season. Tobias Harris contributes 20.5 points plus 7.2 rebounds per contest, while Seth Curry adds 13 points a night. Ben Simmons 14.9 points, 7.6 rebounds, 7.1 assists, and Shake Milton 13.7 points are averaging in double figures as well. Furkan Korkmaz, Danny Green, George Hill, Dwight Howard, Tyrese Maxey, Mike Scott and Matisse Thybulle are key contributors for Philadelphia. The 76ers are 9th in the league in field goal percentage as they hit 47.7% of their attempts from the floor. Philadelphia is 25th as they connect on 10.9 three-pointers a game, while the team is 14th in three-point shooting as they knock down 36.9% of their attempts from beyond the arc this year. The difference was long-range shooting as the Sixers shot 46% from three-point range, while the Nets only shot 19% from long range. Joel Embiid was his dominant self with 39 points and 13 rebounds, while Tobias Harris added 26 points. Ben Simmons chipped in with 17 points and 9 assists, while Shake Milton scored 15 points off the bench. The Philadelphia 76ers are an average team on the defensive side this year as they are allowing 108.5 points per game, which is 7th in the league. In their last game against the Brooklyn Nets, they gave up 117 points on 43 of 83, 51.8% from the floor, 4 of 21, 19% from beyond the arc, 30 free throw attempts. If they can figure out how to defend without fouling, it will be even more deadly. So here's my second betting suggestion for that game. The Clippers are 3-0-1 ATS in their last 4 road games. 7-1 ATS in their last 8 games against a team with a winning record and 5-1-1 ATS in their last 7 games overall. The 76ers are 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games against a team with a winning record and 1-5 ATS in their last 6 games following a win. Head-to-head, the Clippers are 0-5 ATS in the last 5 meetings in Philadelphia, and the Clippers are 1-9 ATS in the last 10 meetings overall. The Philadelphia 76ers look for a win after winning 6 of their last 8 games. The Philadelphia 76ers are averaging 113.9 points on 47.7% shooting and allowing 108.5 points on 45.3% shooting. Joel Embiid is averaging 29.8 points and 11 rebounds, while Tobias Harris is averaging 20.5 points and 3.6 assists. Ben Simmons is the third double-digit scorer and Shake Milton is dishing 3 assists. The Philadelphia 76ers are shooting 36.9% from beyond the arc and 76.6% from the free throw line. The Philadelphia 76ers are allowing 35.7% shooting from deep and are grabbing 45.7 rebounds per game. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over. Now here are some stats and trends. Clippers are 1-4 ATS in their last 5 road games versus a team with a winning home record. 76ers are 16-10 at home ATS. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.